Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to day 2, a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. How you doing? It is episode number 313. Everybody put your hands up and follow me. I'm going to move on from that cringy intro as soon as possible. If you do enjoy today, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. 2,000 likes, that is your target. We know that it's late July, but still, 2,000 of you can press that button for me and make my day. And of course, subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, as I am on the road to 500,000 subscribers. And one day, I will get 1 million subscribers. That is the goal anyway. Who knows if that will ever happen. I've been doing this for like a long time and it's not happened yet. So maybe it's a stretch too far. Maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, if you guys didn't already know, yesterday we completed Pogba. He's in our squad, and I did a little Saturday night session to get myself up to 10 wins. Got a little DC in there, and I quit a game or two or whatever. We're like 10-5 right now. It's not a good weekend league for me so far, that result. So then I woke up, right? It's like 7 a.m. on Sunday morning. And I'd gone to bed at like 2 or 3 a.m. So I'd had like 4 or 5 hours sleep. It wasn't good. And I just thought, you know what? I can free up my Sunday if I get up and get my wins early. So that was like the intention. I got out of bed. I went and sat at my console, very tired-eyed. And, you know, I haven't been drinking caffeine for months, by the way. So it's not like I can grab a coffee or grab a Red Bull or something and feel instantly awake. I am just like drinking water and stuff, really, and decaf coffee. So there wasn't anything that was going to really perk me up. It was just a case of hopefully I'll start feeling awake. Hopefully my fingers will wake up on the controller and I'll be able to actually get my wins. So we went 1-0 down because obviously rustiness from game 1. But we did get an equaliser. I noticed that I could get past his defender with the pace of my Ousmane Dembele. I tried it a couple of times and the wrong skill move happened. And then the goal that we scored, it went exactly to plan. I then brought Mane on for the second half, put Ribery up front and brought off Bobby Firmino. Just because if I got past his defence with pace the first time, maybe bringing Bobby off, putting Ribery up front, having a lot more pace up there with Ousmane. And then having Mane out on the wing, that could work for us. And it sort of did. We ended up getting a second goal. We winning, but his substitute, Tots Tevez, ends up getting, I think, his second goal of the match. Did he score the first goal of the match for him? Pretty sure he did. So I just didn't know if I was going to eventually get the victory in this game or not. And, you know, look at that. He ends up getting a block off the line, essentially. We're pushing down again, nearly knock it across to get the easy goal. Just didn't have the players quite there. My opponent always has the players there. I just didn't. But a defensive error from my opponent does give me that ball back. We get it into Ousmane. And you know how quickly he turns with the left stick dribbling, right? So my opponent didn't know which way I was going to go. And I just went round the outside and, you know, got through and got the goal. And it was just these two up front. They were causing havoc. They were really causing havoc. I should open up the Excel spreadsheet, shouldn't I? I should have done it beforehand. But to be honest, is it really a Lasty video if he doesn't already have the Excel spreadsheet closed and then he has to open it during the video? I think you guys, I think it's endearing. And I think it's part of the series now. It's like tradition. So I'm never going to open it in advance. I'm never going to be ready. Just know that, all right? Anyway, moving on into the next game. We got a nice little, what was that, a 2-0 win or something? I can't remember where we were at. But this is a nice squad to come up against, as in my opponent has a nice squad. It's not a nice squad to come up against. I don't want to face good teams. And this game, I think, is this the one? I think it goes to like half time, where I haven't really let him have a shot, but I didn't have much myself. I had just a couple of like half chances with Ousmane Dembele, and then, or maybe it's not this game. Maybe we end up, oh no, I do remember this game. We're going to get ourselves, it just took me a while. It took me into like the 41st minute to really break through and get that clear-cut chance to score the goal. But then once we did that once, we got through again just a couple of minutes later before half-time, in added time in the first half here. Bobby's going to knock it out wide to Vinicius Jr. I don't care if you've got Cannavaro, he's just not going to catch Vinny. Vinny's quick. He's really quick. He's got 99 pace. And at 2-0 at half-time, he decides to quit, or just literally before half-time, 45th minute, he was out of there. So it just literally took me a little bit of time to warm up in that one. What did I write? Easy game, just took me till 45th minute to take my chances. Yeah, pretty much that. So lots of rage quits this weekend from both myself and mainly my opponents. I think by the time I'm done here, there's going to be like 7 matches where they actually went the distance to 90 minutes. I don't think any matches went to extra time, which is, you know, that's a good thing for time management in the weekend league. But look at that. That right there is exactly what you want. You want that ball into Usman, and you want that scoop turn to actually work, and that pace boost, because you'll get away from most defenders. You really will. Nearly get the opportunity to score a classic lasty corner goal there with Vinicius, but it got AI blocked. Bobby knocks it to Vinny. Vinny cuts it inside. He gets kind of lucky to keep the ball there, and I can just strike it on the outside of his boot across the goalkeeper to get myself a goal to go 1-0 up after 10 minutes. Lovely. Usman does it again. A little 1-2 with Bobby Firmino, and he's away. That's Trent Alexander-Arnold catching him, so he knocks it into Firmino. I just turn a couple of times just to get kind of like... It's the thing with the 5-star weak foot. They don't know which way you're going to turn, so if you're struggling to score... maybe keep trying to go the exact same way every time so that they think, so that there's like a pattern there, and then all of a sudden go the other way, and you'll find your opponent will be bamboozled, and you'll score goals. That's sort of why I think it's so important to have 5-star weak foot this year, or 5-star skills, or both. Typically, that would be good. So you can see, the way I'm moving with Dembele, like I get really lucky to get that goal right there, but the way I'm moving with Dembele, I'm literally just like weaving in and out. They don't know which way I'm going to go. I don't even know which way I'm going to fully exit and go for the shot. But it is just when the space opens up, you take advantage of it, right? So we're 3-1 up. Things are going well. Again, Ribery's gone up front. I get really lucky again. When I look back at this game, I do get really lucky with some of the goals. I have to give it to my opponent for really sticking in the game. But we end up scoring quite a lot. Like, eventually, I think his head went a little bit because of maybe like the last 2 goals were super lucky. So he wanted to stay in the game, but then his head went at the same time. Like, and again, the pace and the scoop turn from Ribery, you will see me do that a lot. You'll see me hit the scoop turn and just carry on running. Because a lot of the time, the defenders think you're going to maybe cut inside again. You're not going to go for the full sprint all the way down the middle. And it just so happens that I am. And I'm going to score from it because you ain't going to catch me. So a 6-3 win there. But GG's to that guy. What did I actually say there? Good opponent, but his keeper saved nothing. I got lucky, Ribery hat-trick. Yeah, so that's absolutely fine. And now we're at 13 wins. So once we took our 5th loss in our way of a 0-0 DC when the game just wouldn't load in past this screen, we haven't lost since. We're on a good streak. This could be win number 14, the all-important one. And it was 0-0 at half-time, and I couldn't really do much. I didn't let my opponent have any shots, but he was better at possession than me. Our formations kind of cancelled each other out because he was 4-2-2, just like me. But eventually, 60th minute, he is able to get a goal with his Kimmich. And I'm pretty sure I've left this clip in like this because it might not be instantaneous, but I would assume that you guys are gonna still class this one as like a kickoff goal because we've won the ball back now. It's been a couple of minutes, but how do I end up? Oh, is it Ribery that scores? Yes, it is. I mean, yeah, that's a kickoff goal. That just is. But that was the equaliser. So it took us ages. It took the game ages to break the deadlock, and then 2 goals were scored within a couple of minutes. And then I brought on Gini Wijnaldum, who scores the final goal of my weekend league. For some reason, Pogba hasn't scored since coming in. He's assisted a few times, and I actually really like playing with him, but he hasn't scored. It's a little bit of that like Zidane syndrome that we had a couple of weeks ago. I was really enjoying using my my baby Zidane that I owned, and then he was getting a couple of assists, but not really scoring or anything. Maybe that left DM is just someone that's not getting so many goals for me. However, last week, Gini got like 5 or 6 goals in the weekend league, so I'm not sure what to say. Maybe Pogba will come up with the goods eventually. We shall see, but I do not regret doing him. He is a great card. So 14 wins achieved. 14-5 in the end, which is actually better than last week. And considering we were 2-3, we've gone on a little bit of a green streak on the Excel spreadsheet there. It's very nice. So I had, by 9 a.m. on Sunday morning, my games were done. And that's a great feeling. Now, I know there's the potential there for me to push on to 17 wins. Or, in late July, there's the potential there for me to... Sorry, I set myself an alarm and then did a commentary. How embarrassing. But yeah, anyway, in late July, there is potential for me to actually have a bit of a Sunday and enjoy time with my family as well, isn't there? So I hope you guys don't mind that I'm just doing 14 and out, because it's not going to go any further than that, I'm telling you. But yeah, what a weekend league for my front four. If I read these stats out to you, I think you're going to be blown away. We played 19 games total, but if you don't count the disconnect, that's 18 games total. Only 7 of them went to the full 90 minutes, so a load of them were rage quits. So I reckon about 13 or 14 total games worth of full 90 minutes we played this weekend. Vinicius Jr., 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 contributions in those games. Ribery, 8 goals, 10 assists, 18 contributions in those games. Bobby Firmino, 13 goals, 10 assists, that's 23 contributions. And then Ousmane Dembele, 19 goals, 9 assists, 28 contributions. That is insane from my front four. They were firing on all cylinders this weekend, and yeah, I scored loads of goals. It was a good time. It wasn't a particularly difficult weekend. It was a difficult start. We lost a few games right at the start, and typically when that happens, the rest of the weekend league is a little bit easier. I think that on a good weekend, I might get 14-3. On a bad weekend, I'll get 14-8. And anywhere in between there, it's just, I don't really care, to be honest. It's just not that big of a deal. But what we did have this weekend, which really helped us out, is we had that mentality to just get out of the game and rage quit, which is something I hadn't been doing for a few weeks. And it worked out in my favour so well time-wise this weekend, because I rage quit a game when I was 4-0 down in the first half, so I didn't stick it out and play the rest of that game. And then I went into another game and got a 5-minute rage quit. And that is 2 games worth done. Whereas if I had stayed in the game that I was losing 4-0, I'd have spent this much time and still come away with a loss with no win. So it was just that we did really well in just like wiping the slate clean and moving on if we knew it was a game which was going to be too much of a struggle or that we were going to lose. It's fine to say that you're going to lose a game. It's fine to take the L as well from time to time. Maybe we've been playing with a little bit too much pride over the last few weeks. However, we've been going to extra time a lot. So maybe some of those games where maybe I was like 2-0 down or something, I might have come back in. I might have ended up getting the win after extra time and penalties. But it's a long, old, stressy like slog, isn't it, for that to happen? Anyway, we're done with the weekend league now. For this week, of course. But what I did do was some 82 to 88s and some 81 pluses. The 82 to 88s, I rinsed every single one of the non-rare golds I've got in my club. So tradable and untradable. And then for the 81 pluses, I didn't use the tradable rares. I just used untradable rare golds that were anything up to 80 rated. Because anything 81 and above is kind of like worth something, isn't it? And especially, I've kept all the tradable stuff as well. So that's what I've done. I don't think we got particularly lucky in them. Yeah, we get like a little 84 inform Nacho Monreal and stuff. But it didn't go like super well. We didn't come away with a 94 rated card or something that could have been really helpful for us. But the reason I wanted to do this is because there was less than a day left. This is obviously Sunday. It ran out Monday morning. And I know you're watching this on Tuesday. Apologies for that. That's what happens when we play the weekend league. We get like a couple of days ahead on content. But so I wanted to get the Danilo SBC done. So what you're witnessing now is the mindset of Lasty on Sunday when Juve and Lazio hadn't played, or should I say Lazio and Piemonte Calcio hadn't played. So I still don't know at this point in time. The match hasn't happened yet for me, but you will know, I'm guessing, by the time you're watching this video, whether or not my Danilo was a good decision or a complete fail of a decision. To be fair, it's an 85 rated squad and he looks great as a 92. So I think it's kind of a W no matter what. Like, it's not the end of the world. A little bit like Fabinho. The card looks great. However, if he could possibly get to a 95, if Juve can just win, I'd be very happy. However, I don't watch Serie A football. I have no idea if Lazio at home are going to beat Juve, or whether or not it's going to be a close game, or whether or not Cristiano Ronaldo can just come up with the goods and score goals. Please, just do that. But hey, like I said, you guys will know by the time I'm done with this. So anyway, guys, this was the squad that I put in for him. I bought like 60, 70k's worth of players. That is what it is. It didn't matter too much. Because we've still got 850k, 860k, something like that, and we just didn't get enough fodder from some of those challenges that we did earlier, the 82 to 88s or whatever, that were really going to be helpful. We do have a little bit of fodder still in the club now because I spent coins on this. So maybe if there's an SBC which is an 83 rated or 84 rated squad, something like that, I've probably got the bits to do that. This one I just needed to get a couple of higher rated items. So look at him. Looks good, right? I think he looks very good. And I think he'll be a good player, no matter even if he doesn't get an upgrade. So this is like an idea of what I could possibly do for the squad. There is a whole week for me to tweak around with this and stuff. But right there, you've got like Fabinho down in centre-back. That could be interesting. I'm sorry that my memory card has just run out on my camera, so this bit right here is just going to be with no face cam for the last couple of seconds. But thank you so much for watching, guys. That is going to be the end of the episode. We'll talk squads and stuff in tomorrow's one. Hit me with a thumbs up. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe as well if you are new around here. I thank you for that. Have a lovely day, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe and healthy. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.